You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Me, I don't have that power. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. You're all a bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Me, I don't have that power. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie.
Shout out Taylor Bill and the man dropping the fire emergency. I'm emoji. I appreciate you pulling up. What's up, combo?
Was good, man.
Shit. So today, seen a video on social media. A lot of people was damn, did it not upload? I think it did. I want to show you this video and I want you to give me your opinion about it, if you can.
Yeah, man. Come on, man.
So what do you think about that video?
That's for me personally. That's cringing. Like it's for lack of better words, man. It's just it's disrespectful. It's immature. Uh, it is portraying the complete wrong image. It's teaching the wrong things. You know, on a deeper level, a birthday is supposed to be for celebration, and you're supposed to now you're telling these young men this is how they're supposed to celebrate, and that's just man. I'm sorry the world we got to this part to this place.
So let me replay the video for Kel because he just got here.
Terrible.
So you feel like that video? Damn, hold on. Let me replay the video for Max because he just got here.
Go ahead.
So you feel like that video? Damn, hold on. Let me replay the video for Max because he just got here.
Go ahead.
All right,
All
so
right.
now that I got y'all
Now that
here,
I got y'all here,
Kel got an
Kev
echo. Let
got
me
an
mute his
echo. Oh,
headphones.
my bad. My bad. There you go.
But
But
okay, wait.
okay.
I gotta replay the video one more time. Now that
Mm.
Kai is here.
While you're replaying it, can we focus on the guy's sweatsuit in the back? That displays a lot.
What's up, fellas?
Yeah, it's some bullshit.
Taylor Bill said the video ain't playing on YouTube. Oh, he said he see it now. So Give me your opinion on this video.
He gonna get a yeast infection.
That's
I
some
think that's
that's some
oh my bad.
bullshit, some horrible parenting, and but at the end of the day, can you really blame him? Somehow this is a white man's fault. You know what I'm saying? Somehow
Mm.
something that happened years ago is what influenced this decision today.
Here goes this
It's
racist
always
piece
the
of
white
shit.
And
man. It's
that's why they are
always the
not
white
held
man.
accountable for their actions because there's no reason why anyone should look at these people differently at all
When
I
you
think
because
it's
say
it is
these
white man's
people,
fault.
everybody's fault.
Man,
when you say these people,
It's got to be the
nigga,
fault of like redlining or something that happened that caused them to do this shit.
why
I
you
think. Hold on,
say,
redlining could have something to do with it because you don't know any better, right? They always say if you know better,
Yeah,
you
they
do
don't
better.
know. Not their
So if
fault.
you're never, if you hold on, if you're kept into that, if you're kept and stuck in that environment where that same images and stuff is being perpetrated and accepted, then you won't be exposed to better things or different
I
attitudes.
agree because I think it is a complete human natural reaction that when people are born, this is probably something that's in their mind to do.
No, but if they're in your environment, this is what you're seeing, and they're shown just like that, just like these men, young men, are showing those children that this is okay. Besides someone saying, "Hey, this isn't okay," then of course they're going to continue that same activity, and the reactions will be passed
Thank
on
you.
generation to generation.
Huh?
But they could be in a gun friendly
Oh,
state too, where this is just
I could have
regular.
told you that.
Even in the gun-friendly state, that's still ill.
Well, I
That's
didn't
still
see
bad
her
gun
at her
handling.
desk, so
I mean, what's wrong with getting money and using your Second Amendment right?
Well,
hey,
nothing's wrong with that,
so
but you're supposed to handle a firearm properly at all times, and there's nothing wrong with we're not saying minors, but there's nothing wrong with young children carrying fire, not carrying, but using firearms. NRA has a youth competition shooting league, competitive shooting
so
league.
you
So
guys all found problems with those images in that video, right?
yes, his
yes, that
sweatpants
But
were
video
so
why
was
is
some
it
bullshit.
his sweatpants are too
why
tight.
is it never a problem when uh this happens or this happens?
Okay, so that goes back to what I was saying about proper firearm etiquette, right? Safety skills. Them young men in the first video had their hands on the trigger. They were swinging it around. They was
He
pointing
didn't
it
have his hand
in
on the
similar.
trigger.
His hand
It
was
wasn't a real gun. He didn't have his hand on the
his
trigger.
hands was in the trigger.
He
He wasn't
definitely
handling it
had trigger
properly.
safety.
He was
Watch.
not handling the firearm properly
Hold
or
on.
safely.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
It
Okay.
doesn't
Because I
matter
want you to
though.
look at that extended index finger. You see that? Extended
That
index
doesn't
finger.
matter though. Like they are glorifying
Dude,
this
his finger is
bullshit.
curved. It's curved in. Look at him. He grabbing it up by the trigger.
Well, oh, it looked like it was extended when I first saw it.
No,
But
his
it's
is in
fake
there.
anyway.
They are glorifying this bullshit
What is being glorified here in your
that
eyes?
that a lot of rappers do. Um, ho- holding up guns, counting money, playing with them, like that. Like that shit is not cool. Like I'll never be okay with that shit. Like if I had seen my son doing that, I would beat his motherfucking ass.
But if your
And
son was
it
holding up the gun, racking it, or doing something in a hunting manner, you wouldn't feel the same way because of the music being played in the background.
no,
I've
because
seen kids play with their gun like a guitar in hunting gear, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's going hunting."
I think
but
once again
that's
it
the
comes down
thing
to
though.
culture, bro. It comes down to
But
culture.
that's the thing though.
Elaborate, Mix.
He's going hunting.
It comes down to culture because I get what you're saying because honestly, they don't even got to be white. Just let them be exactly. Let them be black. Put some cowboy hats, some Wranglers on them, and a belt buckle, and give them a rifle, right? And it's a whole different scene because it's a different
No,
culture. But we know what this is perpetrating. We know what this is insinuating. Like we can't play stupid. Like
exactly.
So the
it's some hood
music
shit.
in the background and the vibiness what made this like, oh shit, don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty much all it is. Give some country music, some cowboy hats, some boots, some tight jeans, and a rifle or a shotty, and
Nobody will
can't,
bat an eye.
huh? It's a whole different. whole different scene like that. Because in that culture, it would be more so hunting, most likely. It probably wouldn't be hunting fellow humans, probably be hunting animals. So that's the next step that our brain takes us to is like, what does this remind us of, right? I mean, obviously, them kids ain't out there killing nobody. Well,
Right.
hopefully, but it does remind us of rap videos, gang members, hood shit, like. So we just be like, damn, not the kids, man.
Hold on. Fast.
But at the end of the day, guns are most likely fake or not
So
loaded.
does the attire brings a different imagery, and that imagery makes you, which imagery you're supposed to do is make you related to something else, right? You, but through imagery you're going to relate it to either negativity or positivity, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So someone that wants to fire firearms, they don't, let's say the urban area, they're not in the wooded area, so they're not going to have camouflage. There's no reason for them to have camouflage. You don't have to always wear the be the guy with the 511 pants on and the freedom rights shirt on. You know, going to the range. So for me, it's not really the imagery of what I'm seeing with meaning the way they're dressed and the pants hat sagging and the smoking and the money. Yes, those two together does make a bad view with the smoking and the money and the not the smoking, the money and the firearms. But for me, my biggest thing is the safety aspect of it. My children, at least especially my oldest son, he was around firearms since the beginning of time. He uh he grew up with me having firearms in the home. He understood firearm etiquette. I know. I remember one time I was really sick and I was did something completely wrong. I left my firearm out unattended in the house, which I always tended to do. But my nephew came over. He picked it up. My son actually took it from my nephew. He had to be about 6 years old. Took it from my nephew and said, "Hey, this isn't a toy." Then took the gun, brought it to me in the safe position, and said, "Hey, Daddy, put this up. We have company." So I think for me, the biggest thing is what they're teaching them and what they're showing them. They're showing them that this is the proper way to handle a deadly weapon, which is not right.
I thought the video was some bullshit. They like the way that the video was portrayed or whatever, right? It was made so that the kid could look cool holding up the gun and shit. It was nothing but it was just to impress other niggas because for some reason shit like that impresses niggas. I don't know why, but that is just what it is. I think that it was some bullshit. Everybody does not need to have children, and and if you do have children, do not have them doing dumb shit like that. It's just fucking
So,
stupid.
if your kid grows up and looks up to a football player, they want to have a Lamar Jackson party. If your kid grow up looking up to Steph Curry, we want to have a basketball party, right? What if this kid grow up looking up to the images you see on TV, actors or rappers? Uh, do you not fulfill your kid's dream and give them that type of party? Like, do
Give
you
them
say,
that type of party where they are playing with
Well,
the
nah.
gun and counting money. Of course not.
what's the counting money part about this that's offensive?
I like the money part. I don't like the kid listening to No Smoke by NBA Youngboy and humping the air while he has guns up, but he was doing humping motions too. That's a whole other part of that video that nobody's said anything about. You
That's
know
a
what I'm
little
saying? So,
kid dance that they doing on TikTok now, man. It's called like the wiggle or some shit that they be doing.
oh, okay. Okay. It looked like he was fake humping some shit. But I mean, I think I
Steph,
think it's like at the core of our knowledge about the culture. It's like I feel like at times we definitely want to be in denial because hey, we lived in this environment. Yeah, we ain't pieces of shit. I get it, but overall, that culture is very. It's just not good, bro. I made the statement a million times before. Like since the mid to late '80s, since hip hop has come around, it has been more detrimental to these communities than racism.
But
So
don't they have just as many country or like other songs that influence people to beat bitches and do all kind of shit, right? Is it just because rap's more popular at the moment? Because
I
I
mean,
done heard
rap's
some
the number
crazy
one
shit in
genre in the
country
world.
songs.
No, like I think that that hip hop is the most like impressionable like genre. Like for some reason, people see hood shit and get excited. Like they're like ooh, whatever. Like this looks cool. But whenever you listen to country music and shit like that, like and they be talking about it, like nobody's really like whatever right, taking that shit
Yo,
serious.
do you know why? Do you know why it's like that? Because the man put the money behind what? The rap shit and promote it like that. That's the reason why it's like that, because it's promoted like that. We don't have record labels. We just got record labels. It's a whole programming, man. It's bigger than Nino Brown and G Money.
You right. So we just had got record labels, and what are the majority of our rappers putting out?
The same
It's
thing
Bullshit.
that they
I,
that
I,
was
I
getting
think
funded.
I think me being from Chicago, bro, I seen something. I'm gonna be real quick. I seen something in 2012 that happened in my city that changed the world. What's going on, bro? So I seen this. I seen the music industry fund one side of one game, bro, and that's what y'all know as today. That's why y'all think of Chief Keef and Lil Durk as the top of Woo Woo here, because the record labels funded this. They funded a war, bro. They funded a war in my city, and I watched it. So,
Chief Keef is popping though.
Yeah,
but
but the reason why though, I get what you're saying, Killer.
Yeah, but that's a byproduct though of like the music, right? Like you need a hit song first, and the shit you may be saying in the song may be some real shit that probably shouldn't be promoted. If people like it, labels gonna
what's
get
a hit
behind it.
song, bro? What's a hit song? They made "I Wanna Rock" a hit song, bro. Do you feel like that's a hit song?
That shit was
Yes,
trash. That shit was trash.
It's what
So
they want to make a hit
it's a
song.
hit
They
song because
made
there's a
they
lot of other
made
people that aren't us that listen to that shit and want to listen to that
bro.
shit.
It's programming, bro.
do
It's
y'all think there
programming,
can
bro.
be a mainstream successful conscious artist?
You said what?
Do you think there can be a mainstream
Yeah,
Yeah,
conscious
Cole's out there.
Yeah,
successful?
but
You
I
said
mean,
who?
but
Cole,
Cole,
yeah, but every
Kendrick.
Killer
once in
Mike,
a while though, like
Ice Cube,
J.
Common.
Cole will still throw in some,
Ice
will
Cube
throw
ain't
in
no
like some hood shit.
goddamn conscious.
Yes,
You
he
know what I mean?
is.
Man,
I
I
don't
don't know
think
what's
it's gonna
going
be
on in
like
the hood.
a
I
non-violent,
don't I
non-drug
don't know
kind
if
of
J Cole. I don't know if J Cole is totally a conscious rapper either,
Because
because
he didn't
I,
get his
yeah,
start
yeah, I
doing
don't.
that.
right, he got to start talking about fucking, and that was leading little girls. That was I ain't never did this before. When I ain't never did this before.
But
When
even on that
hey,
album, he had some conscious stuff still.
Before that album,
Yeah.
he was on "We Like to Party" with
Hey,
Beyonce and
okay, so we're going off
Miguel,
definition.
Sure Thing.
If we're going off definition of conscious rappers, we get that from the early '90s, right? Where the term came in from the De La Souls and the whatever,
Quincy.
all the
Public Enemy.
motherfuckers, Tribe, everybody. Well, not really. That was more radical, but that whole like little coalition, Jungle Brothers, everybody, right? They were still talking about fucking. They were still talking about party. They just weren't talking about killing each other. That was where the conscious shit came in. We're not gonna kill each other and maybe not be strung out on drugs. They still
So I'm
talk
talking
about
about a
partying and fucking.
100% conscious
Now it won't
artist.
happen because very few people
No.
even live their life like that to relate to that. Like, there's very few
Yeah.
people on earth that have no vice or have never fucked, never done a drug, never partied, never drank. Like,
Wait, fucking don't make you not conscious now.
if
Nah.
you're
but
We
promoting
fuck.
sex, though,
I don't think that
Why does it keep popping up?
I don't think that if you don't I don't listen to conscious music because I'm a conscious person. I kind of do the opposite. So I don't think that it's one of them relative things. You see what I'm saying? Because I think about everything before I do it. So therefore, I don't like listen to the Coles and the when he's on the conscious side of rap. I I
Mm.
don't like it, and I'm a conscious person, so I don't think it's a relatively thing or a relative thing.
Well, I want to go back to this video, and then I want to play combo video afterwards, so we can kind of get back to. I mean, rap has a lot to do with this topic, but I don't want to go into conscious rap and shit like that, right? So let's go. This is the video that we were talking about. There ain't no sound on this video, right, y'all?
No,
No,
No.
no sound. Oh
but
yeah, I
they're listening
posted
to
this in the
NBA Young
group.
Boy No Smoke.
They dancing to NBA YoungBoy, counting fake money, having a time like that in the music video.
Do y'all ever listen to
Yeah, nah.
So who was that shooting?
That was Combo Otis' son. He took him to
Uh,
the ring.
I have no problem with teaching your kids the proper way of shooting the gun, holding the gun, the proper way of gun etiquette. I think if you have a mature, oh my fault, if you have a mature kid and you feel like that's what you into, and you feel like you can teach them the proper etiquette and things like that, I don't see nothing wrong with it. I salute Derek Grace in that aspect when when he
Hmm.
teaches his kids those things. I don't like everything that he does, but the way he teaches his kids the gun safety and gun things like that, I do salute him for that.
So we got a
Yeah.
problem with little NBA young boy, but not when white people dress up their kids like little Elmer Fudd.
No, it's proper etiquette, bro. They were just grabbing them guns and just music videoing them guns, bro.
Yeah,
That's not the way.
yeah, there were toy guns, prop guns, and shit. So I mean, you could have been like over stickler. Hey, you're not supposed to grab that gun like that, but it's a toy. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't play with toy guns when I was a kid.
I had
I
cap
didn't
guns. I had BB guns.
Especially
All the shit.
So
guns that had looked as real as that.
so when do you think a kid should have a loaded gun?
when do I think a kid should have a loaded gun? That's your question to me.
Yeah.
I feel like when you the parent feel like they mature enough to handle it. Like I've been wanting to take my daughter. I'm taking my daughters, but I
Yeah.
just feel like she's still a little too immature.
Mm-hmm.
She like to
Yeah.
play a lot, and the guns are very serious. So I don't think she's mature enough to go yet. But maybe like 10 or 11, I'm gonna take her.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't wait for the day that I can take my boys to the gun range. I
Like
don't know
they a
at
little
what
sneaky
age
and
that's
little
gonna be, but I
mischievous.
can't
Yeah,
wait.
Like
but I mean, you got to realize that more of that is on you as a parent than them as a child, because everything that they know as a child is taught by their parent or the surroundings. So,
Well, I
like,
don't know.
I would
I
assume
Yeah.
in the case
But
of
you know,
Combo, he's been teaching his kids since very, very young about guns. It's not like I'm waiting for you to kind of figure out if I could give you one. Like, you got to teach them since they're two, one,
no,
two, three,
no,
four, just
but
like
you
anything
know
else.
your kid. Like they sneaky, they mischievous. So
yeah.
even though
Okay, but
I
when they
tell
sneak
you,
in mischievous at 1 and 2,
hell yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, my
yeah, your
daughter,
kids gonna lie to you
right,
too.
right now, my daughter, see my gun on my nightstand. I don't give a damn if her cell phone next to it, her laptop, candy next to it. She won't touch shit on that nightstand. If she
Yeah.
see my gun right there, she gon' hey dad, can you get that for me? Can you get that for me? I see your thing right there. Can you get that for
Yep.
me? She ain't like saying a word. But
yeah. See,
she know what she's aware. I made her aware. Like this is nothing that you play with. It's not a toy. This and knives. I got a couple swords or knives at the crib too, type shit. Uh, but these are not to be played with or touched at all. You're not to
see,
touch
I
Hmm.
this.
introduced both my daughters to them so they don't be scared of it. Like I've let my daughter hold my gun and taught her the safety shit, but I just don't feel like I want to teach her how to cock it back and do that shit yet. If that makes sense, you feel me? But I've introduced her to let her know these are things to protect your life. They're not toys. You don't need to be scared of it if it's handled correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my
Cause bro,
daughter
Me.
asked.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
11, 12 years old when my homeboy had guns, 12, 22 rifles and shit. We playing with guns in the backyard and shit. We don't even know nothing about these guns. and we just playing with them. Nigga could have domed one another. Like,
For for
I was the
me,
same way. Shit.
for me to learn, like for me, the teaching of my children in firearm safety is completely that, just for their safety, right? Because their friends, like you guys have said, their friends may play with for one day. And I want my children to understand what's safe and non-safe behavior with a firearm. And if they see someone handling a firearm non-safe,
unsafely.
yeah, unsafely, that they will know how to one either walk away from the situation, acknowledge the situation, or even if they need to teach their friends like, hey, that's not the smart thing to do. But as I teach my children, as I teach my children, you see somebody doing anything outside of what I've showed you to do, you walk the other way.
Yeah.
You get away as fast as you can. You call me. I don't care. You don't. I won't tell no nothing. You just hop in the car. We gone. That ain't none of our business.
Mm-hmm.
You know. But and for me, I started teaching my son. He started. He the first time he touched the firearm was when it was broken down. I didn't let him really handle a firearm until he's seen it in pieces. Because if you can understand something in little pieces, you can understand the big part of it. And then it takes away the nostalgia or the mystique of it.
Got to start teaching trigger discipline from the gate.
Well, so
Facts.
I,
Don't touch that trigger until you're ready to shoot.
yeah,
So
like I
don't
always,
touch the trigger at all.
of course, the saying that I use is probably the worst saying. It might be taken out of context, and I'm still gonna say it anyways. I even say this when I'm training adults: finger off the trigger until you see your nigga. Until you see your
Mm.
target, don't put your hand on the trigger.
Mm.
As simple as that. You can be drawing your firearm out of the holster and accidentally fire on yourself. So you got to know how to
Fire.
Facts.
draw from the
Facts.
Hit your
Yep.
femoral artery and be out of here
Mm-hmm.
like a dumb duck.
There's a holster. It's called the Sepper.
Somebody echoing.
That's some
There's a
androids.
holster called the Sepper 2. And then also you got to understand your child. Understanding your child's behavior will let you know what type of firearm they should fire first. If you know your child is so, like you said, mischievous and playful, I'm not going to put a revolver in their parameter, because a revolver only safety is your finger's not on that trigger.
Yep.
I'm going to go with a rifle where it's a longer barrel. So if they wanted to point, it's harder for them to point it at themselves, to point it in the wrong direction. So we're going to start off with a rifle, maybe a 30-30, maybe a 22 rifle, just something smaller to get them more equipped with what it is, because the sounds may make them afraid. Right? That's why I'm not a big fan of taking amateur shooters into indoor ranges. And this crazy thing is, when you go to an indoor range, 9 times out of 10, everyone's in there are just, they don't really know what they're doing. So when I first took my child, I took him to an outdoor range. I took him, and he was 6 or 7 on the first time he went shooting, and we just worked with the fundamentals of shooting and understanding gun safety and understanding what to do and how to do it. Then we started honing in. Okay, well let's get this grouping. Let's hit the paper. Okay, now let's tighten up your grouping. Let's adjust it. You're pulling too far. Pull your trigger out. Equal sight, your sight height, equal sight alignment. Also malfunctioning. Tap rack reassess. If you have a hinge fire, what do you do? If you have a double feed, if you have a squid load, what do you do? How do you break that down? But all of those is like math, and it's just stepping stools that you teach your child, and your not just your children, it's your loved ones, the safe way to handle it. And once people understand what the proper way to handle a firearm, you get a lot of the extra stuff out of the way. Like people, there's less chances of, not only less chances of someone having an accidental discharge, but less chances of someone even playing with it, because you respect it enough to know, like, you know what, this ain't a toy. It's too much to go through. Let that thing sit over there.
Yeah. I feel like if I gotta constantly tell my kid something and she don't listen, no matter how, like, I'll tell her, hey, don't do that. That's detrimental to your health. You can hurt yourself. And she still do it. She not ready. She not ready. So, yeah. Kai, what up?
What's popping? What's shaking?
Nothing. You got
You got
headphones?
headphones? If I can find them. Why I'm echoing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me find them.
But we're
It's
about to
bad
dive
enough dealing
into.
with Coop's voice one time and try to hear it twice as much.
Yeah, man, my
Hey,
voice is bad.
why am I looking at the inside of this nigga ear, bro?
Combo your
Put,
ear
put it on the
stinks.
big screen. Put it on the big screen.
Cut your camera off. Your ear stinks. Is that an ear or a nose? It's Combo's ear.
I think it's a
I don't even
keloid.
think I don't even think he hears us. This nigga said he the best Madden player on. Hey, listen, I got Madden on the PS5 too, dude. So drop your shit. I'm gonna go in the house in a minute and send you a request, bro.
Bro,
I
that can't
need
be
that.
true because I'm one of the worst Madden players on earth, and I only lost by field goal last drive.
Uh,
So
nah, Deuce only got Megs by a field goal. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send that. I just got my PlayStation hooked up yesterday, so I'll
You
be
said
sending
so.
everybody.
So Deuce beat Max.
He beat him by a field goal. He
they
say
beat me by field goal in the last drive.
Showboating 232. All right. Read
Showboating, you ain't on shit, my boy. Oh,
it.
I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
He said,
Max,
Max, he was playing around with you, man.
fuck out of here.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this:
Appreciate it, bro.
if you pick the Cowboys, I'm gonna run them niggas out the goddamn console. But yeah, man, we're going into the conversation about friendship. We just was talking about the little kids in the video with the guns and shit. So I want to know, Kai, what makes you a good friend?
My loyalty, my compassion, my drive for the friendship. Like, if I'm really your friend, I'm really your friend. Like, I'm really down for you. And it kind of takes a lot for me to have to break up with you as a friend. And it hurts when I have to break up with you as a friend, but it's like I got to stand on it. So, oh well.
When you say break up with your friend, what as a friend?
Like, okay, so a friendship is is a type of relationship that can be broken, can be mourned. And what I mean by that is like if I've given you chance after chance after chance after chance, we done talked about it, we didn't, you know what I mean? Like we really didn't got there to that level where I can like be like, yo, you tripping or whatever the case is and stuff. If we've had like multiple times where we've like stopped talking to each other, but we always come back and be like, yo, you know, I was wrong, da 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 da, and move forward, that's great. But when we have those times where we come back and there's no accountability, I can't stand. And it's like I've been through too much in my life and I'm too loyal of a person to be treated a certain way. So like for instance, I had to like essentially break up with my best friend. We've been really good friends for well over 10 years and like been through a lot of shit together. You feel what I'm saying? Like cross country 3 a.m. phone calls. You know what I mean? Like you're still awake and it's like 3 a.m. go time. What's going on? You know what I mean? Or just like I need you to do something. We'll talk about it
Hi.
later. Hey, hey. And so like breaking up with my best friend, it hurt, but it was like I'm just sick and tired of making excuses for your actions and you don't change and you won't change. Or like for instance, like I know that we all go through traumatic events, we all go through struggles, but if I'm telling you you should do, you know, you should try this, you should do that, and you do the complete opposite and then you complain about it.
So I actually have a question based off of that, right?
Mhm.
Are you a good friend if you get mad when your friends don't do the things that you want them to do?
Of course, you're human. Like that has nothing to do with the friendship. You're human.
Anybody else want to piggyback on this friendship conversation?
Uh, what makes me a good friend can't really be put into words. Uh,
Nigga, use your words.
the only way I could put it is probably like Like dun, 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 dun. That's what plays in my head every time. You know what
Oh
I'm
God.
saying? You know what
He said
I'm saying?
his friendship is a theme song.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
So
love
he
it.
he don't like niggas, but said fuck them
I,
other niggas. All right, cool.
I'm a ride. Come on. Nah, but for real, I mean, I think it's kind of hard to put a blanket statement on it because different friendships are different because of the variables of the people. You know what I mean? So your friendship with one person is gonna be unlike some with another. But
But
I can't really even say it's loyalty because sometimes you got to know when not to be like you can't rock with somebody even if they're your homie. Like I can't fuck with what you're doing.
And that's where friendship breakup come in.
so I think it comes down to the foundation and the premises of a friendship, right? If your friendship is built upon respect, and doesn't I don't not saying the respect had to be built with just going through trauma or actually going through things or whatever, but the respect can be as respecting the individual mind, respecting the individual's point of view, or just respecting the individual blankly having respect for the individual. It allows for other things that when you overcome will allow you to overcome other obstacles in
I'm
your
sorry.
friendship. Just like in a relationship, if there's no respect there, you can never really sit down and even try to you won't feel comfortable speaking to the person in a certain way because you're like, man, you don't because there's no respect. You really don't know how they may or may not take it. But when you respect someone, listen. You're going to talk to them the way that you need to talk to them because you respect them as a friend and they respect you as a friend. So you can move around, a little bit more freely, and you can have your arguments and come back together. Me and my friends, man, we can go weeks, days, months without talking to each other, and we can talk and be right back to square one. Or we can have real arguments, real debates, real disputes, but we have respect for each other to the point that right after it's like, hey, that's where we may see a differences, but it doesn't make a difference in how I respect you.
I agree with that because not everyone's gonna do things the same way or carry themselves the same way. There's always gonna be times where you feel like, well, if that was me, I would have did this,
Yeah,
and I don't agree with you doing that. Like, well, that's how I do what I do. So
this is and things like that. A lot of times those things come up in like parenting or depending, and like I said, once again, depends on that friendship. Because if you have a friendship that's close, like a brotherhood or a sisterhood, then they understand a little bit more different aspects of your life. So they'll have an input maybe in parenting or career or relationships, and your friend may not like your relationship, or they may not like your parenting style. They may not like your career choice, and they may see things in a different view. Like Cooper saying earlier, hey, what if you have a friend who tells you to do one thing but you do something else or something like that? Does it make them a bad friend? No, it's just like the young lady said. That just makes them human. Everyone has the freedom of choice. What makes a person a bad friend is when you don't acknowledge your friend, when you don't acknowledge the treatment of a friend, or you don't acknowledge the friendship beyond everything. And that only tends to happen when a friendship isn't really built on strong standards and strong firm grounds. When it's built upon other things, like a financial relationship or you basically a unilateral relationship besides a bilateral relationship.
I have
yeah, it
to.
gets tough,
I
man.
agree with you on that, but at the same time, though, like people change. You know what I mean? Like if you really like look back at how long you've been friends with these people and all the things that have happened in the time that has passed, like people change. You know what I mean? Things happen.
Yeah,
So I feel you on the respect part of it, but like when does that respect all of a sudden just kind of like die out and it's like okay, we both need to just cut our losses.
that for me, it's if a just like in a relationship, after so many incidents of the respect not being there,
Mm,
then I have to now acknowledge that I'm now because I'm listen, I foolishly and I'm behind my friends 110%. Like,
same.
you know what I'm saying? Father say, yeah, if your friends say jump off the bridge, you gonna jump off. If they going, we going. We all jumping together. I don't know who gonna
Right.
figure out what's at the bottom. I'm firm believer. You can disrespect me, you disrespect my friend, we gonna have a problem. So after I continuously hurt myself or have to have a check-in. I remember I had a friend that me and this guy was really close, like brothers. But he only called me when he needed something to happen. And I'm
Mm,
like, I'm jumping, I'm going, I'm jumping, I'm going. And it sat down. It was my ex-wife at the time who sat down and was like, hey, he always call you when there's an issue and he wants you to go. So either one or two things. He only sees you in one way, or he doesn't respect you because you're building a life and he doesn't understand where you're at in your life. And I had to sit down and have a conversation with him. It's like, yo, bro, like, dang, you don't ever call me to check on my birthday to see how the kids doing or nothing. But if you got a problem, you calling me.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a conversation, and it was like the next day, like, man, bro, where you at? Come on, let's go get some drinks. Because he didn't acknowledge that he was doing that, but he just know me from that era of my life, so he compartmentalized me in that era of his life.
Mm-hmm.
But our friendship, because of
Great.
respect, we were able to say, hey, nah, this is not what we just on. And we still friends to this day. I'm sorry.
I'm glad that the friendship is still there.
But not all friendships be there.
No, right, but and the ones that are still there, like that's good.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
like I'll just say, like in my standpoint, I think it's like you touched on it, like just after a certain amount of times where it's like you're not getting the respect back, and essentially you're disrespecting yourself,
Yeah.
and you take that so many times, like it just gets to a point where you're like, you know what, forget it. And I think that's where I'm at with a couple of people that like I saw really dear as friends. And then, like, for one of them to sit up there and be like, you're hella selfish and you never listen to what anybody else has to say and their problems and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, I'm one of the most compassionate people I know. Like, I will literally, you could tell me that you sold drugs and worked for the fucking mafia and I still wouldn't see you differently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, great. That
Got
was your
something to tell
past
you.
life. Great. As long as you don't bring that crap over here, I think we're good, you know?
And see,
And,
that there is what I was talking about, compartmentalizing those relationships. They could be a
right,
friend, but they don't have to be that they don't have to you don't have to share that part of my life with me.
right. But it's like with both of these individuals, it's like this is like 10 years deep of friendship, really
Yeah.
been through some stuff. You know what I mean? And like the being coming out the mud with it some in some aspects of it.
Yeah.
And I feel like now we're older, like you said, like you can keep that version of me in your head, but it's like I've evolved, I've changed. I'm not that person anymore. And I hope you would have saw that in the time that we spent together. I mean, come on now. Like we ain't gotta talk every day. We ain't gotta be up under each other every day, but it's the respect factor of it. Like it's like you said, you have to have a respect found like a foundation of respect in that friendship or relationship. And if it's
Yeah.
not there, then it's gonna crumble. And I think like my question was like, damn, like where did the respect foundation, like when did it crumble? Because like I thought everything was good until shit hit the ceiling, you know?
Unless the relationship and wasn't built on respect both ways. Like respect has to
Right.
be bilateral, right?
True.
Um, I know I have friends who, dude, I got a few buddies that like came out the dirt together, came out the mud, but I continue not trying to throw any shade, but I continue to go. I continue to do one thing in my life. Like, let me get out the streets, let me make money, let me do this. And some people
Mm-hmm.
just say they want to stay in the streets. They don't care. They want to crash cars. And I started noticing I was hurting me more. Like, dude, you need money, here you go. Here you go. You need this, here you go. Here you go. Here you go. And it's like, you know what? Yes, that doesn't make them less of a friend that they always need and I'm always giving. It just makes them, that's just a character flaw on them that, hey, I
Mm-hmm.
can't really take you to my work meetings. I can't take you to my job. Or I can't just keep coming every time you call for money because you don't value yourself. It's not about our friendship. It's just what you value within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. So, should you guys be mad at your friend if they don't support you?
Yeah.
Nah.
You should be mad at your friend if you don't what?
If they don't support you,
Um, it depends. See, support can come in many ways, right? I think that's situational. If
like, say for instance, you have a business,
uh-huh.
you've been running your business for months, and they go to another motherfucker to do the same thing as you, or
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
th-
yeah. I've had that, especially with my security company. Like, and I've had like, dog, like, dude, you're a property manager. You're hiring other companies. I'm
Mm-hmm.
right here. Like, we on the phone every day, bro. Like, why is you playing with? I literally had to go through this with my little brother. My little brother, like, dude, you're a regional manager. You got six property, six security companies underneath your portfolio, and you can't give me one slap. You can't give me one slap. But because of the friendship and the relationship, he's like, dog, you my brother, and I don't want to play like that. But he did give me the support
I
by
mean,
saying,
one of the
I'm going
first
to
things
open
they
up my
teach you
portfolio
is
and show you where you need to reach out to. So that type of support can come in multiple ways, in multiple facets. It may not
But
come
at
in the fashion
least they
that you
gave you a
want.
different avenue, though. Like they
Yeah,
still
and that's what I'm
supported you
saying.
and gave you an avenue.
Yeah,
Right. Because if I need a bartender, I'm going to Mex. If I need candles, I'm going to God.
yeah.
Like, you
yeah,
feel me? I'm going to my
but if you
people that
don't,
I
I don't
know
feel no
do that.
type of way though. If there's
You feel
somebody
me?
better and
Exactly.
cheaper, then
I
or someone
would
that got a better
though.
product,
If I
Hmm.
went out and found another candle vendor,
bro. One of the
like, and I
first
know
rules
my
of
friend
business
make
is not to
candles,
mix
Who
friendship
make
and business.
candles?
Me.
Kai, I'll send you
Okay,
her
yeah.
Oh,
candle
We know how to get
Instagram.
together.
Yeah, I'll put the a matter of fact, drop your candle thing so I can post the link again.
Do you do the well
Um,
we get I'll ask you once you drop it.
She makes some great candles combo. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
thank
shout out to
you.
the bartender.
Period. Okay, bartenders are friends.
Or maybe not.
We'll see what that tip jar look like.
Right. But if I
We'll see where
know
that
somebody
support's
Nah,
with
at.
business
Say
too,
that. Okay, say that.
I'm going to my friends first. I don't look for outside options. If my friend can provide me the service, I'm gonna go to them. If they say, "Hey, this might be too much for me," then I'll go to another option.
yeah.
But I'm going to my friends
Hmm.
first.
But that once again comes back down to respect. That friend gotta respect your name and your word enough to say, I'm not gonna play with it. And you gotta respect that friend enough to say, they're not gonna play with me.
Mhm.
Because you don't
Uh,
want to refer someone that's going to do. And I'm not gonna lie, like it took me for my friends to be like, no, you're when you're doing your business, you're serious. We're not used to seeing you like this. You play for a lot, you say a lot of stupid stuff, you do all this other stuff, but after seeing you in this element, okay, yeah, I would mess with you and I would refer you.
Hmm.
yeah, you
So
gotta know.
it
I ain't
comes
never put
down, like
my
I
name
said,
on
to
my own brother
respecting
for
you.
jobs and shit because I know better. You know what I'm saying? But like they say, one of the first things they teach about business is don't mix friendships and business. So you can't be too sad. I mean, I think transparency is key because usually when you're a startup business, your costs are higher, which means your product is higher compared to bigger companies. They probably got lower prices and better deals. So
Hmm.
if I did, like if somebody came to me and look for bartender, my price is probably a little more expensive than maybe someone else who got it right there. But you want to be transparent, like, look, some dudes hit me for 80 an hour. I know you charge 100 an hour. Can you work with me? I'm down to give you 85 if you can, but if not, I get it. I can't, bro. All right, cool.
Hmm.
But I don't take nothing personal when it comes to this business shit because there's a lot of people shit I don't support. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't like it or I don't use it or I don't, But if someone asks me, then I'll be like, oh, my partner does this, hit them up. I'm not gonna middleman shit. I'm not gonna say you're gonna get a deal. Just I know someone that does this shit.
And
That's
see,
what my
that's a
type of
big
shit
thing
is.
for me. I will never middleman
Same.
a friend. Never. If you truly my friend, then you know what I'm saying. My network is your network because
I
we
ain't
all
making no
network
money
together.
off you. If
Hmm.
you're truly
I'm a
my
goofy.
friend,
Like
I'm
like if
not
you
out to make no money off you. I'm
yeah,
sending you
if you fuck with
directly
me, you might say, "Huh, take
to
this."
my plug or you feel me? I'm letting you make your money. I'm not trying to make money off of my friends. This is the candle page, the link to her candles. If you guys want to go check it out on IG.
And by
Right?
middleman in that context, I meant more like a brokerage. Like I'm not taking
Yeah,
Right,
that's what
no.
I'm
yeah.
saying. I'm
Uh,
not. I'm not putting a tax on it. I'm not going
Hmm.
yeah,
none of
I'm
that.
just gonna send you their link or their page
There
or
you
here,
go.
hit them
You
up
go
and tell
deal
you
with them
tell them Max
directly.
sent you.
You going to? I'm
Anytime.
gonna make the phone call, put you on the phone, that you see, like, hey, that you talk to whoever directly.
And I'm from the street, so I'm gonna make sure a nigga protected and all kind of shit if they do any type of business with my people. Hey, that's really my people, so you feel me? Don't try and get over on them. It's
Yeah.
really, you feel me? I'm making sure, but everybody not built like that. Everybody not like that.
I don't I
Everybody,
don't think people really realize a lot of that shit until they have something. Like I think in theory it sounds good, but when you really do start your own business or your own shit, you're gonna get your feelings hurt a lot when it
Yeah.
comes to
oh
that
yeah,
support shit and that why didn't you tag me and share my shit or why didn't you tell me about
support. Hey,
like
listen,
And so listen,
listen,
sometimes your image doesn't
don't
match your
expect
friend's
it.
image,
Nobody
right?
owes you shit. Not even
listen.
your
Like
Y'all
friend.
know I've been,
sometimes your image doesn't match your friend image, right? Like I had friends that's in the church, I had friends that's in the block. I
I've been, I've been
so
doing this podcast for 2 years. All of you guys right now on this panel, outside of Kai, have I met essentially on the internet. Everybody here, right? even in my comments right now. I've all met, except for Kai, on the internet. Getting your friends to support, to share a link, to
Yeah.
copy and paste something is not going to happen, bro. If you be in your feelings about it, it'll eat you
Yeah.
alive.
No, say that. And I struggled with that. Like actually on the 20th of this month, it'll be my 3-year anniversary with my candle business, and I don't know how many times I've been wanting to shut it down, didn't want to do it anymore because of friends. You know what I mean? And like being like, damn, like nobody support me, no this, that, and the other, and da da da. And I think finally one night after I cried it out, I finally just said, fuck it.
Oh, oh wait.
One thing
Low
You
in
I
the
feel
will
me?
say,
comments.
Like strangers like my candles. Y'all mofos don't have to like them. You
yeah,
don't have to freaking buy
one
them. So
one thing
fuck
for
Let's
it.
sure.
go.
One
You just
thing
need to
for
meet more
sure, your
strangers.
friends will be your best customers once you
Yes.
make it. Once you make it.
Yes. Yes.
Shout out Low. He in the comments. I didn't know he was in the comments. Shout out Low. That's my motherfucking brother right there.
Big
Shout out
low.
Low.
Yeah,
Hey,
shout
Low
out
pulling
Big
up to the
Willie.
fight or
What's
what?
up, Big
Oh,
Willie?
Low. September 9th. Devin Haney fighting the city. A lot of
December, nigga.
December.
December. I know, like we hella past September.
I don't know where I
September.
am half the time. I'm in a
Do
loop.
you remember?
Sorry. But
21st night?
The
December 9th,
21st night of September.
December 9th, pull up. We're going to Fogo de Chals with Mex. We're going to
Let's
eat some
go.
food, man. So,
Get no
yeah.
invite. Just like I didn't get an invite for Thanksgiving, but it's okay.
You did get an invite.
I
We
didn't
Listen,
get
told
an
you to pull up to
invite.
the fight.
I
I didn't
You
get
just
told
an
didn't know it
her
was a
invite to
package
go
deal.
eat. I
I'm
Mhm.
didn't
not
get an
going
invite.
to,
Bro, you
I
think we
don't
all
want
fat on
to.
accident?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. You can pull up and eat with us. Wait, it's Saturday. You might work.
I'm taking that Saturday off.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
bet. We're gonna try
God
to get
damn
together
it.
like
No.
11 in the morning.
Period.
Wait,
Pull up. We
I don't
having a
know.
good time.
But wait, but I get off at 4, so you guys plan on leaking before 4
Oh yeah,
p.m.
no,
Yeah, because
four.
the
The fights
fight,
already started at 4.
yeah, the fight gonna
Yeah.
start
Oh.
early. So
Y'all should
we
have a
probably.
cookout at Coop's
Oh.
house. All y'all should have a cookout at Coop's house.
Oh, we ain't about to put
Oh,
a grill on his
in my
trunk,
back
man.
seat.
You
In
know
my
what?
back seat. In my back seat.
That's gonna be a
Lit.
tailgate.
Yeah. How's
We're
10
gonna have
people
a
going to fit in
tailgating
here?
party.
It's
Mm-mm.
literally a tailgate.
I
Kyle's
don't think
like, oh
nothing's set in
shit.
stone yet, but that's definitely the idea. And then, so, Kyle's always gonna try to get us to hello afterwards. So
Yeah, I ain't going to no goddamn Hello Stranger. I keep telling
he's
y'all
trying
that
to get
sound like
about.
a
He's
gay
trying to get a
bar.
taste of.
It
Can
doesn't
you
seem like
rebuild
to
a
be.
friendship after a big break?
Wait. You're going too
Yes, you
far now.
can.
Oh no,
Yes,
I'm
you
Wait.
sorry.
Y'all,
can.
y'all got too much dip on y'all tip. Y'all got. I got more questions. That's down the list.
Oh shit. But can
yeah,
we get to this one
yeah.
first then?
All right, well, go ahead. Can you rebuild a friendship after a big break, man? Because I've been separated from my best friend for 2 years now, man. And that was my dog since the third grade. We ain't never had no falling out like that until I called him out about being a liar. He didn't like it, but I had never called him out about lying. I let him get along with it for years and years and years. Then I'm like, bro, stop fucking lying. He's been mad for 2 years.
Mm.
Hmm.
I don't blame them because if I want to lie, let me lie. Who are you to
No, but
tell
the lie
me
was egregious.
anything?
The lie was egregious. First off, because listen, I'll give you context without going into detail.
Period. She
I've
said, just let
always
me go on about my
I've
life.
always been there for all your battles, all your fights, all your mama battles, all your brother battles. So to lie to people and say somebody did something to you in front of me and I didn't do nothing was like a slap in my face.
Okay.
Because nigga,
Yeah.
Mm.
I didn't down there finna crash out for your brother. We didn't pull niggas in. Listen, I ain't even. I can't even go
Yeah.
too far, but it
Hey,
was a slap in the face to my character because I done did a whole lot for you, bro.
your character showed that shouldn't even be in the question, or you shouldn't even.
Yes.
The fact that you could part your
Exactly.
lips and say something like that, because reason why, before I know I'm gonna let the young lady go first though. But so, matter of fact, you go ahead, ma'am. You go first. I know you said you want to talk about it. So, how do you rebuild a relationship after a hard break like that?
Like me and my friend, we didn't talk for like 5 years, 5, 6 years. And it was really because so what happened was that we worked at the same job and I did a deal for her, essentially. Okay. And I told her, I said, look, this is strictly professional. So anything that happens after this, after I extend it for you, that's on you. So don't try to push this back on me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. At the end of the day, my job comes first, and this, that, and the other. And I had some other stuff going on too. And so did she. So when shit hit the ceiling and my boss came to me and was like, what's going on? What happened? I told him the truth. Was like, this is what happened. This is what I did. And I told them, after that last extension that you granted me, it's out of my hands. And he was like, okay, not a problem. Cool. So we'll look into it on a different avenue. And then probably like a week or two later, it was like 2 weeks because I was out for a week. I went on vacation and I came back and she was like, you're a horrible person. And why would you do this to me? You didn't have my back and da 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 and da da da. And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't have your back. I told you from jump what I was going to do. And that it was out of my hands. Like, that's one thing about me that you should know is that I'm going to tell you straight up from jump. So we end up not talking for 5 to 6 years. And I chalked it up to a misunderstanding. The fact that you were going through something really, really traumatic and major. So you had a lot on your brain. And the fact that, like, maybe we just grew apart. And at the end of the day, now you realize why you don't really refer your friends to your jobs. And I just kept it pushing from there. So about, probably like a couple months after my mom passed, she got back in contact with me and was like, I heard what happened about your mom. My mom had told me, and like, I hella wanted to call you and just like wanted to just express that I was sorry and this, that, and the other. And I was like, you could have, like, my number ain't changed at all. Like, I'm always the person that's, if we're really friends and you really need me, you can call me. I don't really care about the falling out, depending on the falling out. Ours was just, I took, like I said, I chalked it up to like, shit happens and it is what it is. And you got a lot going on. So if you ever needed me, you can call me, but you never did. And so we rebuilt our friendship because we talked about it. And it was like, like a lot of like, okay, I got it. Okay, got you. And then we grew up and like a lot of stuff had happened in between time. But it wasn't really the same because like now we don't talk to each other. And I'm just at the point now where I'm like, look, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to deal with you and your shenanigans. And like when the topic about your character being brought into the mix of it, once you attack my character, I can't. No, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you. Especially if you've known me for over 10 plus years and we done been through some shit. Like I done been through the nitty gritty with you and you're going to attack my character.
So
can you rebuild a friendship after catching a fade?
So before we hit that real quick,
I'm gonna say no.
I'm learning. For me, it's the best. That's the best way to build a relationship, right? But for me, I'm learning. I'm going through that journey myself to try to figure out how does a relationship need to build after that. Because I'm the type of person who gives so much from the get go that if you question my integrity anywhere after or between, then hey, I done showed you too many chances or showed you too many examples of where my integrity sits at.
Yes.
Like I have a friend, and beforehand I should be like, nah, once the relationship is broken, once the friendship is broken, it's broken. But as everyone on the panel know, I'm going through a situation with my little sister, my baby sister right now. And it was a friend who I'm talking about, I really feel some type of way. Like I really feel some type of way to the point that I had to go to somebody else, like who I at the time I respected. I thought this person was a real person. They asked them like, how should I handle the situation? And they told me do X, Y, Z, and I did that. But even after that, I didn't feel good. I'm like, man, I still want to do something to this nigga. This nigga disrespectful. He playing with my integrity. Like, why would I shit like I really feel played with and hurt? More or less hurt if anything, because if you play with my integrity, I feel hurt. And he called me and was like, hey, why am I just hearing about what's going on with your sister through the news? Little sister's supposed to be protected. We need to blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And he said, well, regardless of our situation, you need to pull up and talk to me immediately. And I'm telling you the moment, and this me and this guy, He's older than me, but me and him been friends for a very, very, very long time. And I'm talking about he done gave me when I had no money, he done gave me money to pay my rent. Like, dude, here you go, take 3 months rent, get it back to me when you can. You know what I'm saying? But on the
Mm-hmm.
vice versa side, dude, when he laid down, I'm the one sending money, like, yo, make sure my man got money on his books. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Anybody owes some money, you gotta pay me right now to get it to him. And I always stuck beside him. You know what I'm saying? His grandmother, I'm knocking the grandmother house, she good, go to his father's house, they good. I always ride with him. So when he questioned my integrity, that I would purposely play with a situation and make it so everybody so it's an L. I'm like, bro, everybody took an L, not just you, me, everybody else, and it hurt me. It hurt me dearly. But when he and I thought a relationship can never be rebuilt after that. But I think true friendship and like it goes back to what I said, the respect.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I sat there with that man, you know, he didn't come at me on some. I'm mad at. It was all purely about the situation at hand, and it was purely just pure love. We need to figure this out. We need to get to the bottom of this. This needs to be done. And it brought me to tears to actually let know that damn, I almost let a relationship go with someone that is this genuine to me because they took my and granted you like I told them you took my genuineness for granted. I would never do anything to harm you. I always been on the front line with you.
Mm-hmm.
But what did it take? It took you to humble yourself and be able to listen to what that man had to say, right? For you to
Nah,
not
it
have
took
have the feelings that you once had, right?
actually it just took a mutual respect. It wasn't even about humbling because
But how
when
can
he
how can
called
you
me
how can you how can you get a mutual respect with somebody if you don't have a understanding and a conversation with them?
because we already had that respect. See, the respect was already there, and we just allowed a moment to get in between the respect. And being two type of dudes we are, he's stubborn, I'm stubborn. I didn't back down, he didn't back down, and we let a small situation. And maybe this is a unique thing because something so large is what made it happen. Like if it wasn't for that, I probably would have never spoke to dude again. But when I seen him, like, he like, nah, man, we not talking outside. Come to my house. Come upstairs, man. Come on, here you go. Look, let's go to the new joint here. Check this car. This a new joint. You know, all this. And I'm like, listen, bro. You know the
It it
money
it, it,
situation. That
it
money
sound like
situation.
it
He like,
sound like
listen,
but
bro. We ain't.
it
I
sound
said,
like
come on.
Buddy it sound like Buddy didn't have them same feelings that you had towards him. And you know what I'm saying? You had to humble yourself so you could receive the message. That's what it sounded like.
Well, the
You
last
know what I'm
conversation me and him had was, you know what I'm saying. He telling me straight, frankly, like, some I don't fuck with you, and then I feel like you played with my paper. I feel like you played with the situation, and it, you know what I'm saying. So like he said some shit that made me like, nigga, who the fuck is you talking to?
Yeah, but nobody's beyond reproach, bro. Like,
But and that goes back down, like I said, to respect, right? Because when he called me and he told me, like, he called me from a different number, and I'm like, who is this? He like, yeah. I'm like, oh, what's good? And I heard him out because as a man, I still respected him. As a human being, I was still respecting him. So I have to get as a human being, as a man, if I give you respect, I respect you. I'm at least gonna hear you out. I'm at least gonna hear you out. Me and Mexico had the best relationship. But Mex sat on the phone with me one night when I was breaking down. As a man, he respected me enough to be like, man, it's gonna be all right. Which allowed me to get more respect for him. Because he could have been like, man, fuck you. I think for me it's about being a person being genuine and respect. With genuine and respect, you can overcome any obstacle in the friendship.
Mm, okay. So those obstacles can be overcome over time. Do y'all both got to put y'all ego to the side to come back?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was kind of like an obvious question.
Yes. Ego has to be put to the side for there to be an understanding, and I think that was the one thing where it's like you like in my situation, like you won't put down your ego, you won't take accountability, and I'm just like I'm over it at that point. I'm not
But
gonna try to sit up here and try to make you drink the water that I just led you
saying?
to.
Hey,
But it shouldn't be an ego in the friendship though.
who is that? Who is that? Who's that? Oh, Kai. I
There
like the way
shouldn't.
you said. I like the way you said that, Kai. Because
Thank you.
once one person put it out there that woo woo, it's just on the next person to receive it. So if it's
Hmm.
already put out there, it's just on the next person to receive it. So I like
But
the
I
way you
think
put that.
like in a true for me in a true friendship, and that's like one of the milestones in a true friendship. Ego's out of play.
Hmm.
Like there's no ego in play. Like okay, I'll use her because she comes up. My 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 best friend Lo. There's no ego between us. She can say whatever she want to say to me. She can read me, whatever, however y'all say it in y'all town. You know what I'm saying? There's no ego involved, so it doesn't hurt me in that manner. I have to sit back and look and say, well, she's maybe coming from this point of view,
Hey,
and this point of view may be a point of view of
Arnold.
love. In a true friendship, there is no ego.
So, um, do we as people, I guess you can say that, use the term friendship too lightly, or friend, I should say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how do you guys feel like you know someone is truly your friend?
Trial, time and trial. Like a
Yeah. I
person's going
have
to
to
show
agree
you
to that.
who they and what they are, and it's just like when you first meet a guy or a girl, you put them on this pedestal, and then little by little, it's like, oh, okay. You know what? I don't even want to fuck with you. Like this is weird. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
It takes time. Like, cause not everybody's gonna have your best interest at heart, but like at the same time, like you try to give them the benefit of the doubt from the jump, like Combo said, like you go in there blindly,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm,
And then like and once they show their true colors, then at that point that's your time to discern, use discernment. Am I gonna keep
Yeah.
rocking with this person, or am I gonna handle them with a long handled spoon, or am I just gonna be blindly about it and just let them keep doing what they doing, walking all over me? And then when I get upset all of a sudden, I want to make a big deal about it. Well, it wasn't a big deal these past X amount of time.
mm.
I feel like once that starts happening, you just got to kind of nip it in the bud, say something about it, because at least it's out there.
Yeah.
Has any one of y'all friends ever held y'all accountable for being a bad friend?
Yes.
Mm,
Hey,
wow.
I seen somebody, a friend held another friend accountable not too long ago, and it just blew up. It blew up shorty after that. Like it was like Shorty was on his ass, and he just couldn't accept the fact that the nigga was wrong.
Mhm.
But that ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah.
me. But you
Hey,
know what I'm
some
saying.
people, and
I just send shots. You know what I'm saying.
that's
What
that's
makes call me a troll?
that's why they say a mirror is. That's why everyone needs a mirror because sometimes the hardest thing is to look at yourself. You know.
Mhm.
Hey, off
You know.
subject. Off subject. I don't like your name, short. I don't like your name. I don't like your name, Miss
Oh,
Lynn.
oh.
I won't be saying it. I don't. I won't say it.
Hold on. Hold on. Oh no! Come on, Shauna.
Shauna Lynn.
Shauna Lynn, really?
Mizzle called her her favorite cracker, so
Mhm.
now
Favorite
she goes by.
cracker.
We
Or
we we not now.
I don't call her a cracker. She's
That's
the resident white girl.
yeah. The only
The
cracker I know
resident
is
white
Mex.
girl.
The only cracker I know is Mex.
Mhm.
He's crackers and cheese.
Yeah.
He's a Mexican.
All
I
right,
just say
No,
so
no,
Mexican
I'm
because I'm
not. No,
American.
no, no, I'm not a Mexican. I'm American.
That's
I'm
that
Same as
you
you.
hear it.
American.
You can hear it in your head, right?
He's a Mexican
Hey,
American.
so has any one of y'all partner or significant other told y'all that somebody wasn't y'all friend?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oof. So how did those relationships end up turning out with the friend that you were told wasn't really your friend?
I'm not friends with them no more.
I'm not letting no. I'm not letting my wife. tell me who was
But it
not my
wasn't
friend.
like that. Wasn't the? I didn't stop being friends with them because of that. It's just over time we just stopped being friends. So
Mhm.
like, was he really right when he said that?
Because my friendships are built on my premises. Yes, I can hear what my partner is saying, but no, I don't have to. I'm not going to just go by it blindly because whatever friendship I have is built on whatever foundations I'm holding solidly, and that might be before she was around. So when my partner at the time, my ex-wife, when she told me that certain people weren't my friend, uh, uh, she was right to a certain extent. Like some people weren't truly my friends. I found out later on they were snakes. But then other individuals, she was just saying they weren't my friend because she wanted better for me, and she felt as though they were stopping me from evolving.
Listen, it wasn't my
I
partner.
think
Well,
I, I think oh my fault. Go ahead.
no, no, go ahead, go ahead.
Now I think I have told I told my wife that a girl that wasn't her friend, and I felt like she really wasn't her friend at that moment. But I do believe people change, people go through things, and people change as well. So um, they have went through trials and tribulations, and I really do consider her a true friend now. Uh, but at one time, I think she was mostly jealous of her and things like that. So she became, they rekindled their friendship. I think people change. People can change and understand their wrongs.
Listen, man, I told my baby mama her best friend, which is her only friend in the world, wasn't her friend. It was a one sided relationship. And that shit really, I didn't fuck with my baby mama best friend like when we was together, cause she said something when I first had got with my baby mama. I was talking to her, and she was like, "You need to stay in your lane." Right. So ever since then, we was only like 2 3 months in. I didn't fuck with her. I hold a grudge. I didn't fuck with her at all. But then I seen little shit over time. And I'm like, bro, that's not your friend, bro. This shit one sided, bro. Like, you don't see it because that's your only friend and you want to save that friendship so bad. But all the shit she doing is not what a friend do. Like, ain't no way in the world my friend ain't giving me a ride back to the house. Like, it's just little shit. Like, my friend is bringing me back to the house no matter what. Like, if I got there, no matter how I got there, my friend gonna be like, "Oh, you need a ride back to the house? It's good, right?"
But you're gauging their relationship on the standards of your relationships and the type of
That's
friend you
two
are.
of my closest friends, though. We ain't never gonna make sure one another ain't got no way home. Like,
I hear
oh,
you, but
figure it
devil's
out.
advocate,
Like,
how can you gauge their relationship on your standards
because
of your
I feel like
relationships?
that's basic friendship. That's basic friendship to make sure you all right. At nighttime, you got your baby. I'm gonna send you home on public transportation.
I listen. I hear you. I understand, but that you can't set the standards for for anyone else's friendship. You can only set the standards for what you accept as a friendship, right? Now,
Or right, maybe I wanted her to accept better from the friendship,
and that could
but
be it.
later on in the and after our like she would hate on our relationship, say, "Oh, you got this and you doing that and you doing all that," and he don't like me, he won't talk to me and all that shit. Hated on our relationship the whole time we was in a relationship. So we broke up. Now you got your friend back. They hanging together every day. End up getting to a fight and falling out. Now they're not friends anymore. I said, "Oh, wait a minute."
Where was all that at? Yeah.
I love it. I
I
love
just
it. I love it. I love it.
I just say
Everything
that
that I
because
said came true, and I just sat there with a smile on my face. I didn't want to say I told you so,
mhm.
but I just sat there and smiled.
Like people have to go through their own trial and error. Well, I believe people have to go through their own trial and error and understanding who and what is their relationships and what season they're in, and what fruit are they willing to bury. And because me personally, I'm the type of friend that I'm gonna call you if I got a friend that works overnight, I'm calling you like, hey, you good? If I got a friend that sick, I'm like, yo, you need me to bring you some? Like, I'm just that type of friend. But I don't expect my partner to have that same type of friend because my type of loyalty is different. I have a different type of upbringing where these things are held important to me. To have someone that's on my corner, in
But
my
some
corner, that's
shit
beside
is just good people and bad people. Like some shit is just somebody being for you as your friend and somebody not being your friend. Like regardless of if I'm just that type of person, like
me.
I'm gonna call and check on you, I'm gonna do that. That's what friends do. That's what good people do. Like it's not about the level of your friendship. If
If
I
I
know
know
Shauna
Shauna
Lynn
Lynn
going through a
going through
death
a
in the
death in the
family,
family,
and I
and
don't
I
call
don't
as her
call as her
friend to
friend
check
to
on
check
her,
on her,
am I a
am
good
I a
friend?
good friend? Mute Shauna
Mute
Lynn.
Shauna Lynn.
Somebody
Is
got
it
to
Somebody got
Poe?
the
echo.
echo.
Is it the echo?
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think it could be I do believe that could be situational, right? Because you can be a person who deals with death in a manner of I just step away from it. I go in my corner, and when I'm dealing
Hmm.
with it, I want nobody to bother me. But if you know Shauna Lynn is the type of person who needs who needs you to be there for them, or who would need that shoulder or that ear, then yeah, you'll be a fucked up individual to know that you have a friend
Hey,
in need in a
I
situation
don't
that's
give
going
a
through.
damn if you want me to bother you or not. I'm calling to let you know I'm there if you need me.
You did though. Whenever my dad died.
Hey, and shout out to Coop. He good with that. Hey, but listen to me, everybody. Damn, thank you. I feel like these words that we use, friendship, loyalty, um, everybody has their own definition of these things, and and move within themselves with these things, with these words. So everybody don't have the same definition of loyalty, of friendship, of these things, and of parenting, or a lot of these topics that we talk about. They
Shit,
and that's why
family.
and family, and that's why I think the podcast is good because we discuss these different things from different 5, 6, 7, 10 different point of views. But as we see that nobody has the same definition or the same answer. If they did, we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. So it's about. I feel like it's about um, compromise. Life's about compromise. So you have to listen and learn, and don't make these same mistakes again with life. But I think it's a lot of compromising, and it's no true definition. Nobody has the same definition of these things.
Let me read Taylor Bell comment. When I was in my 20s, I got into two fist fights with my best friend, and we were still friends afterwards. It's possible. Most definitely
I I, I,
possible.
I got into a fist fight with a guy that I still consider my friend to this day, man. I'm gonna give him a shout out. Shout out to Dekai Tattoo and Little. He a tattoo artist out of Arizona. Um, um, yeah, we got into a fight. That's probably the only friend that I have right now to this day that I got into a fight with, and I still call on him. He still call on me. We still talk every day, and and I didn't win. Put it like that.
Mm.
Hey,
Good
but
people.
I still let him know to this day, nigga, I owe you one. And we always got that laugh. Like he say something smart to me, I tell like, nigga, you know I owe you one. And he already know, like, all right. He yeah, eat his breakfast that day, goddamn it.
Man, I got friends that we didn't win as far as shot at each other. You know what I'm saying? We done made it back from that. So
Y'all holler.
it is what it is.
Fist fight.
I got a question. Can I ask a question? Cool.
Hmm. Yeah.
I got a question that was brought up on my brother podcast, and I think it's a good question since we talking about friendship. Um, can you have blind loyalty? Can you have blind loyalty?
No, you can, but I I'm saying I don't. Like you can be so loyal to somebody that you Like my mama, I got loyalty to her because no matter what she do, I never consider her wrong, right? Now I'm gonna let her know when she get home. Hey, mama, you was out of pocket. But I'm never gonna be like, hey, I'm going against my mama. Never against nobody. That's blind loyalty, right?
So you saying you're not going against your mother for nothing,
At
right?
all, ever, never.
Oh, okay. So let's say your mother is plotting against your daddy, and she dead wrong. So you
Fuck
got
that
blind
nigga.
loyalty for your mother because you don't want to go against her. Is that what you said to me?
Yes, fuck that nigga. It's up and it's stuck. I'm rocking with Miles.
Man, shout out to
Combo,
Senior, man. Shout
you
out to
see this
Senior.
comment?
Yeah, that's listen, man. Past life, man. Young, dumb, and misunderstandings and egos. That's why I try to live
Hey
my life
man,
without ego.
I gotta give a shout out to Taylor Bill and our Chief Studios podcast and our NFL Fight Club studios. We're going live one of these days to talk about what's going on in the season. We just dropped some episodes this weekend. So man, check out Chief Studios. The boxing section will go live eventually again one day. He's just doing some revamping and he's on the panel now. We talking about friendship. Uh, he missed out on a lot of the show.
Man, they've been running me ragged today, bro. I mean,
Did
dude. I mean, they've been calling me all day, brother.
Man, be blessed to
so
have a job, man. Be blessed to have a job where they can't call you.
yeah, man. Stay blessed,
I
man.
want to be blessed where they don't call me. Why can't I have that blessing?
Hey, 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 they could not call you. You be at home, not making nothing, man. We don't want to. Be careful what we ask for, man.
No,
Be
no, no,
careful how
no, no,
you
no, no,
ask
no,
for.
no, no, no. I know. I'm asking for this. I'm asking to come to work and not do no work. That's what I'm asking for.
Hey, Taylor Bell, I think I only missed two of my picks yesterday. I think I only missed two of my picks.
Yeah, you bet against the Niners.
No, no, I bet the Niners will beat the Jags for sure.
Okay.
I bet with the Raiders. I think it was the fucking no, I did the Colts and Patriots. I said the Browns will beat the Ravens. I said I don't know if I said Houston. I said the Bengals would beat Houston. Yeah, but I just fucked up
So
shit.
did you bet with the Vikings? Just making sure.
Did I bet with? No, I did not bet with the Vikings. I said the Saints will win. That was
Oh yeah,
my. I had bet
that
on
was
the Bengals and the Saints. Those were my two that I lost.
yeah. You made a mistake. Never bet against us, man.
Yeah,
Always
man.
remember school.
Hey, man, shout out to y'all podcast, man. I got two podcasts coming up real soon. I think I'm going live on both podcasts this week, man. But shout out to y'all sports podcast. I am a co-host on another sports podcast as well. But I'm gonna shine some light on everything podcast. It will be live one day this week, guaranteed. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hey, as long as you ain't talking about football or boxing and you ain't shortstopping, we good. Nah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm definitely gonna be talking about football and boxing on my sports podcast. It's a sports podcast, but it's just like on podcasts about nothing and all everything, man. We talk about everything, man. Ain't no slights, nothing like that. Ain't like I'm gonna watch y'all
Kill it.
show and
I mean,
come back at
Cal.
woo woo.
Cal, this nigga shortstopping, Cal.
My blind loyalty will have me there.
Cal,
Hey,
this
hey,
nigga
listen.
shortstopping, bro.
Hey, listen. He ain't gonna stop nothing. You know what I'm saying?
We talking about
Let it.
Shakur Stevenson
Hey,
fight.
hey, and that's the whole thing, Cal. I ain't trying to stop nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah, man.
it's enough. Um,
It's enough for everybody to eat, man.
Man, it's enough internet. Man, you know how big the internet is. Man, it's enough internet for
Hey,
everybody. It's
Internet
enough
like a
bandwidth
big
for
girl in a the internet like a
it's en-
big girl in a dark room is enough for everybody.
it's
hey, you
enough
ain't gonna
band
hate
it's
on the
enough
big girl or the
it's
or the
it's
little
enough
ones.
it's enough bandwidth for everybody, man.
Hey man, and that's what we all need to understand. Nobody's hating on your program. There's enough room for us all. We all not Joe Budden and Charlemagne, man. We're just trying shit.
So you know what I'm saying. I will be live this week.
Man, this was a great, 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 great conversation. We did an hour and 30 minutes. I want to end it with everybody telling a way. How do you support your friends?
Okay.
I guess we'll go. We'll
Uh,
go in order. We'll go in order. Unless Mizzle don't want us to pry on this episode.
why is she first in order? Cause she not first on my
Yeah, she's
screen.
not
I just
even
want to know.
first.
No, Kai is first, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just saying, unless Mizzle don't want no, you know.
Kai, go first. Go ahead. How do you support your friends?
By showing up and staying on mute after talking a little bit. Okay.
Better. Okay, so I support my friends by it's a
Kai,
lot because it really depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Like I'll be there for you. I'm the type of friend that like you can call at 3 o'clock in the morning if you just need to vent it out. Um, I think I don't know. I think if I had to describe it, it would be like this one situation where my best friend's little brother passed away tragically, and I skipped class to go be there for her. Like I called my teacher 5:30 in the morning, was like, I can't come to class today. My brother just died. And she was like, okay. And I spent the entire day with the family, just, being there for them and stuff, checking on her. Like, and I literally almost like got kicked out of my program for that. You know what I mean? So it goes back to what I said earlier. I'm loyal as a friend. That's how I support you, by being loyal until the loyalty runs out.
okay, Mizzle, five, four, three, Cal, five. Oh,
Yeah. Don't give me no countdowns, man. God, I can't take my phone off mute. No, but I think the way I am for my friends, man, is I always check on them for the most part, man. I mean, I've been a bad friend this last year. I'm not gonna say a bad friend, but I haven't been the best friend. Um, but I mean, I've been a good friend over the years. I'm always calling, checking on everybody, man. I'm always there for people. You know what I'm saying? I'm always willing to help. I'm always sacrificing what I got going on for my dog. So, you know, that's about it.
combination.
I support my friends by loyalty. If I see a void or something that I can help out in, I'm there for them. Uh, I don't judge them. I don't, you
What
know,
I got a question. Do you think loyalty can be purchased, or do you think friendship can be purchased, or people do things for their friends, um, like yeah, I did this for you type shit.
you do have people that operate that way, that they do things just so they can say they done it. I don't think a true friendship can be. I don't think friendship can be purchased or loyalty can be purchased, and I don't think a friendship can be purchased. Anything that's done from to me, anything that's done on the standards of uh, financial or any type of financial gain is just it's just subject to break. Just like our currency, our dollar, our economy, we can't stand on currency, but I can stand on my loyalty, and my loyalty can be backed by my integrity.
So you've never done anything with the intent,
No,
like,
that's some fake
okay,
shit to me. That's some fake shit.
yes. We asking the tough questions tonight, man.
If I did something for you, it's because I wanted to do something for you, and I don't even expect it back
Is
because
that a slap in the face to the person that you did something for? It's like, oh, nigga, you can be bought. If they think that somebody's doing something for you for gain?
I think a lot of things happen, and I think it's a lot of chess playing sometimes, and people don't know what somebody else's intentions are. So it's like it's hard to question people's integrity or their intentions when you don't know them. You know what I'm saying? When you don't know them wholeheartedly to to be able. So you only gather the evidence that you have in hand, and you try to make what's what from the evidence. You feel me?
Is there no benefit of the doubt anymore?
You could always look. There's always multiple ways a situation can be looked at, but if for the this is saying like buying someone's friendship, if all you're looking for me is for money, right? Or all I'm looking for is to give you money, then we don't have a friendship. We have transactions. And anything that, like I said again, anything that's transactional can be broken and bought and overpaid or overinflated. And I'm not where I'm at in my life and being where I've been through and seeing all the things I've seen. I'm not about overinflating anything or standing on anything that's just not of sound foundation. I may hop into things with blind loyalty, but once I start seeing stuff ain't what it's supposed to be or it's overflated, I have a tendency to bail out and get safety because that's how you survive.
Mm.
Um, a fake friend will snake you out in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? A person
You
that's watching you to see how you
No.
watching them, that ain't real.
The last person, for the last
what you say?
person. This is for you, Killer. How do you support your friends?
My mic was you. It's on me. Ask the
Yep.
question one more time.
How do you support your friends?
How do I support my friends? I basically show up when it's time to when it's time to show up, and
Right.
and that's not when they want me to show up. It's when it's time to show up. They might not even know when it's time to show up, but I'll be there. I'll be there when you need me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And um it could be as little as sharing a post, as big as helping you out, pay for something, or purchasing something, or just putting you on, or giving you some information that you don't have. But I'm always there to support and push my friends to the next level. Um, yeah. So it's basically showing up when they need it. A lot of people show up when it's not needed.
Mm.
They offer helping hands when you don't need a helping hand,
Mm-hmm.
and that don't be the support that you need. But when I do need a hand, it feel like nobody's there. You see what I'm saying? So I make it in my point to show up when it's needed.
Yeah, man. That was great examples of how y'all support y'all friends. Um, should you hold on to your receipt as a friend?
You just gonna keep going,
Yeah, I got one more. I one more. Should you hold on to your receipt as a friend? Should hey,
if it's for me personally, like you really my friend, and if you even if you did something egregious, I'm gonna be like, man, fuck it. It don't matter. I'm gonna forget it. I'm gonna do everything I can to try to forget about it because the relationship is more important to me than whatever that one incident may be. Now, if it's a multiple of incidents or multiple of incidents, then of course it's gonna add up. It's gonna add up. Like, well, damn, this shit keep happening. But I don't want to always look at my friend in a situation of, well, you did this one time, you did this time. Like, I tried my best to be like, man, you know what, bruh, fuck it, that shit didn't happen, and move forward.
I agree with
uh
that statement. After multiple times, and if we've had to speak on it, and you still don't change, that's a character flaw amongst you, and I got to dip. Go seek therapy or God.
Yeah,
seek God, baby girl. Hey man, this has been a great episode of the podcast about nothing. Once again, Combo's sister is missing out of the DMV area. Her name is China Crawford. She's been missing for about 2-3 weeks now.
Three.
There's an anonymous tip line with the number 202-727-9099. If y'all know anything, you can give a tip. You feel me? It's an anonymous tip line. Please reach out if you know something.
Please, man. Look, the holidays are coming. Hope my mother gets some type of closure. You know, let's let her at least have her holidays. And, you know, whatever it is.
I built this shit. Me. Brick by brick. And I'll be damned if I